That was my phone. I'm getting all
Oh,
these damn text messages and such.
okay. Ace is working today. All right, guys, we are live. We here. I think.
Yes, yes,
Have y'all
indeed.
missed us? I don't know. Did you guys miss us?
Honestly, I just miss doing this.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
glad I
miss.
get to do this again.
I miss doing this too. And we are the Gorilla Talk podcast. It is Wednesday night. It is March 25th. There's been a lot of fuckery in the wrestling ecosystem.
Yes, yes, there is. It
Welcome,
definitely has
welcome to your wrestling TMZ.
been.
Yes, I did it. We did something. Look, we could be. Listen, man. Do you think about it, right? We've just been having these random ass topics, and we've been just throwing it out there, and we sitting here like a virtual TMZ right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, we
That
have.
holy crap!
Oh,
But how are you guys feeling today, man?
tired, hurting.
I can't complain, same old shit, different day. Just trying to, just trying to survive, just trying to like get everything together so that I can get out of this house and get my apartment soon. It's hard finding a job now, which is a pain in the ass.
I'm very excited for everything. Like everyone's like going through like the good parts of
Yeah.
life. Like everyone's finally getting over those dark hurdles. Things feel a little lighter, and I'm with the shit. So I'm very happy for everyone. Wherever you tuning in from, tap in, tell us how you feeling. I finally watched SmackDown. That's the most wrestling I've watched all week.
Yeah, I really literally don't understand that whole segment with Randy and freaking Zack Ryder.
I didn't watch SmackDown because I'm literally done at this point. I've already gone through 3 hours of Raw in my day when I was streaming on my channel. And I don't feel like watching SmackDown. Like Katie will tell you, like we used to recap SmackDown, like a few years
Literally,
back.
like I defended SmackDown up the ass because it ended up being my thing after a while. Because people would talk smack, I'm like, that's my shit. It's still, but it's back to 2 hours. I think.
Is it
I think so.
good? I'm still not watching it.
Well, no, because it's just like with WWE, like yeah, Monday they forwarded some storylines, like they made some stuff like look better, but I'm just like still, it's like what did a lot of that show do for WrestleMania? Like, what are we doing with the men's tag team division for WrestleMania? Like,
Oh, we
what are
started
the
with that.
Usos?
Let's start with that.
Yeah,
Like that's what I want to know. Like, what is WWE gonna do with like what are the you can't not have one of the most decorated tag teams in WWE not on WrestleMania.
yeah. Young Wolf's on the chat. Yes, Yankees are beating the San Diego Giants.
San
Oh no,
Francisco.
sorry, San Francisco 5-0. Still, Aaron Judge is a choke artist, and I hope Team America got what they deserved, and that's losing to Venezuela. Should have been the Dominican Republic or Japan, honestly, but whom beggars can't be choosers, right?
I still think you got the most unique mix I've ever heard. I thought the Greek
Yeah,
Dominican.
yeah. Everyone likes to assume that, like, oh, well, you don't look Japanese, so that doesn't mean you are. Like, just because I don't look it doesn't mean that I am. Like, I am who
You're
I
a
am for a reason.
baseball fan.
We could say
That's what.
that.
That he was talking about. I was just saying. I still think that's a unique mix.
Hmm. But yeah, the tag division is literally like because I saw a clip of the whole thing with R Truth and Damian Priest winning the
Winning the
tag
title.
titles. And I said what I said, and I hope you guys read it. It's just like, well, this is a demotion for Damian
Priest.
Priest,
Yeah.
and for Truth, it's understandable, but it's like, why are we teaming up a comedy guy with a serious guy that's basically Undertaker 2.0?
I agree with that. I completely agree with that. Like,
I
what
def-
are you just going off like the fact that they were in the Judgment Day together? It's like, come on.
Well, I mean, we all know the joke behind that. It's just, they Truth was just, fucking around because you know what led to WrestleMania 40 when him and Miz won the tag titles against the Judgment Day and all the other tag teams that were in that unified ladder match for both Raw and SmackDown tag titles. I get that angle, but now it was just like, again, I have nothing against mixed match tag teams, but and I'm not gonna say that these two don't have chemistry. I know like segments and whatnot they have chemistry, but wrestling wise,
Yeah.
it doesn't match. It does not
It's like
match.
forced.
That's like saying, "Oh, I'm gonna put this red T-shirt in my whites and throw bleach on it, and everything's gonna be pink." Doesn't
Yeah.
go well. Doesn't go well
I'm
at all.
I agree with you on that one. I do. It's very forced. Like, I don't watch SmackDown because I'm at band practice but I see the clips. I'm like, what are we doing here?
Because like I said, you have all these other tag teams that you could utilize that could make the tag division seem legitimate, seem like it's going in the right direction, but it's also we're at that point where it's like, oh, Triple H is pulling a Vince. He just doesn't care for tag teams now, huh? We're just throwing two guys together and just giving them the tag titles. Like, yeah. So from
See,
what I've seen, sorry. So from what I've
no, no,
seen,
no,
it
no.
was the Wyatt Six were the tag champs. And then
yeah.
it went
Yeah.
to MFT, which I still don't know what the fuck that even means. And then it went to these guys when it's like you had every opportunity to give it to guys like Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza, who are a tag team. Um,
By the way, MFT is my family tree.
And that's like
that's what,
that's Solo Tamatanga.
no,
Yeah.
I know that. I just didn't
Oh,
know
okay.
what the letters meant.
Oh,
So it's literally my family tree, but
Yeah.
half of them aren't even related. You have the Tongans who are related to Haku, and you know it's all
But
confusing.
here's the thing, and the Samoan, like you're like somebody is related to somebody somehow.
Distant cousins, distant uncles, everything else. Like doesn't
Yeah.
have to be blood, but you have that distant relationship with them because of
Exactly.
you growing up with them, you work in the business with them. I get that. All right, that's understandable. But like I was saying, like you had tag teams like Humberto Carrillo, Angel Garza, the Motor City Machine Guns, the Street Profits.
But
I
you
don't know
also
what
had,
happened.
I,
I
I
don't know
mean,
what
but
happened to Kid Wilson's other partner from Pretty Deadly. Like, where did he go?
didn't he have an injury?
I don't know. I was away.
yeah, he got injured.
No,
He got
I was
injured.
saying that to Anthony.
Yeah,
Oh,
he got injured. But it's like why are you trying to push? Like, first of all, what I don't understand is why are you trying to push Kit Wilson as a fucking singles guy, but then you put him in a fucking match with Oba fucking Femi.
I think
Are
it's just
you
overall.
dumb?
I think it's just overall, like, they're just trying to give him the airtime that he was supposed to have originally with his partner, and they gave him this toxic gimmick. So it's just like, all right, let's just roll with it. They don't have a lot of comedy characters in wrestling. I mean, you have Dan Housing. He appears on both shows. I don't really think you need Kid Wilson doing the toxic stuff. If it's just him getting on TV, he's basically Heath Slater 2.0.
They should just honestly, they should take him out of the equation. Not for a long period of time, but rewrite him if for whatever long his partner's gonna be out.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. It's like you don't. What you need to do, in my what I think, is get rid of the titles on SmackDown, right? Have one set of titles,
But
one
there's still
set.
one set of titles.
No,
They didn't
no.
they unify those?
There's two. There's
There's
two.
two
There
sets.
was
You
there
have
was no
Raw and SmackDown.
unification. There was no unification. It was like after the Awesome Truth and Theory and Grayson won the brand's tag titles, they just gave them new belts like the following week. The
Yeah,
only title that is only set on both shows are the women's belts.
yeah, yeah.
And that's another question. Yeah, where the hell are the Street Profits?
Didn't I know Angelo Dawkins just found out he's gonna be a dad for the third time. So,
Well,
but
Bianca's out still.
Bianca, apparently I saw an article saying that they're about to amputate her finger.
Bianca was never even a part of the Street Profits. Like, yeah, I understand she's married to Montez Ford, and
But that's
Angelo
probably
Dawkins.
why he's out.
Because
And
of the
Angelo
amputation.
Dawkins needs to fucking pull out. Like, come on, man. Enough, enough. You got too many kids as it is. Why do you need more? But then you guys want to go online and complain like, oh, we're not being utilized. We're not being used as like great tag competitors. Well, yeah, because look what the fuck you guys are doing. Nigga, pull
But
out.
but going back to what I was saying, like get rid of a set of titles, have one set, build the tag team division, and bring. There should not be separate brand tag titles, let alone not even separate brand tag teams, because it's not enough. There's not enough in the fucking division.
It
Like
really
it's not
isn't.
like it's not like you're AEW and you have you know Dynamite, and then you have Collision. Collision is not really that kind. Collision is not a SmackDown. Collision is just like another like show for like the undercard guys.
I see
So
more of
it's
that for
like
like Ring of Honor.
yeah, to me, but like unify. Forget the brand split. Forget it. For the tag team division, forget the brand split. It's not. You're not like you don't have much. Like, what are the Usos going to fight at WrestleMania? What are you going to do? You're wasting a fucking match on Raw. Wasting a match that you could do at WrestleMania. Logan, you could do Logan and Austin Theory and the Usos in the fucking street fight, but no, you're doing that on Monday. Are you kidding me?
Again, the whole build going into this card has been absolutely weak, absurd, and I have been losing interest very quickly by what I've been seeing for the 2.5 hours that Raw is on Netflix. Like at this point, all I tell myself is, okay, I'm really here for a few things: Dom, Penta, Intercontinental Championship, um, and the Punk Roman segment. Which I
Yeah,
want to get to that real quick. Like I
I was
am,
about to hit that. So
I am literally at the point where it's just like, once this man said he's gonna bury Roman next to his father, I'm like, there's your heat. And then the following week, all Roman had to tell Punk was, "You're old." I'm like,
but
what?
but here's the thing though. With that storyline, we at least got a reasoning of why Punk got pissed off. It wasn't that he was called old, it was who said it to him.
Yeah, I get it. I
You know,
understand.
But who said it, Jimmy or Jay?
No,
no,
it was
it was
Roman.
Roman.
Oh,
Roman said it. Yeah, Roman said it to Punk, and Punk punched him. But it's like, you know, you're giving us a little bit of heat. You're giving us build with that. But what's the build with fucking Cody and fucking Randy? You're
I
giving us shit.
I feel like there's just more history with that because of how Cody came into the company and him being a part of Legacy and everything else. Like again, we're also at that thing where we have to tell ourselves, Randy's literally about to be done by this year, right? I think it's more than likely going to be that time where if they do pull the trigger, give it to Orton and just continue the rivalry between those two. Like I
See,
see that as like the most sensible one because there's history there. Unlike Punk and Roman, because their history was, oh, we're gonna wrestle at the Raw goes old school. That's the one and only match that we've had against each other, minus the triple threat of last year's Mania.
yeah, but there's more to that. It was Roman and Punk. Well, Roman was a part of the Shield. The Shield was backing Punk. So there's history there with them two, but there's more history with Randy and Cody, but it's like
It's not as I feel like when it comes to Cody, like I rooted for him. I wanted him to finish the story. I was part of those Cody crybabies for a while, right? But Cody the Lord also fizzled out, and he's a little bland.
but now see this, you just brought me to my next point, or to my next well, to my idea that I have for Mania. They're talking about, oh yeah, Randy had a heel turn. No, he fucking didn't. The crowd's still cheering him. Are you kidding me? The crowd's still cheering him. So here's what you should do: turn Cody heel. Now, how do you do that? This is how you do that. You have Cody be like cheap shot Randy in the match or something. Like give us something to where Cody's going to turn heel, or just have him retain the title. Have him retain the title. That'll get people to go, what the fuck, man? Like that's bull. Like have him retain the title, and then continue the feud to SummerSlam. That's where you have Randy win.
I don't know. That just feels kind of like a dead ploy because I think from what I understand is people are going to cheer who they want to cheer and they're going to boo who they want. At this point, it's like they're booing nobody between Cody and Orton, just like they're booing nobody between Punk and Cody and Randy, just like they're not booing the whole thing with Punk and Roman. It's like, all
Right.
right, we're stuck with this babyface versus babyface ploy. I think that's why they had to do what they did, which was we have to make Orton go back to I'm hearing voices in my head. Oh my god, they want me to do horrible things to people.
You
Like
want to hear?
he literally went out of his way to be like, I'm gonna hurt Matt Cardona so that he doesn't have to go to fucking Disneyland anymore with Cody and his wife.
You want to hear something though? Like
Go
as
I
ahead.
we talk,
agree
what
with Young
happened?
Wolf. I agree with what Young
Oh
Wolf said.
yeah.
I agree with that 100%. I agree with you, dude.
So
100%.
as we were talking about the Cody though, and about how I said he was bland, PW Mania, because I had the picture in picture on my iPad, but
Okay.
PW Mania also feel like the writing team just devalued Cody, because if this part here that said this has nothing to do with skills and everything to do with the script writing on the path to the biggest event of the year, like we said. It's not possible to change the fundamental flaws of how the book of Babyface Champion already took place. If the storyline can generate some much needed momentum based on this week's SmackDown, it remains to be seen. This was also from the 15th, mind you. When Drew McIntyre crossed the Rumble, it planted the seeds for the showdown, but nobody also wants to pay $30. Like they're also bringing up the subscription cost. Are we gonna pay $30 a month to watch a baby face like Cody face the odds?
What
Like
odds?
that's the point. But that's the point. Like that's what they keep. They try to position him to be like the John Cena, but he's not like
Oh my
he had.
god.
They're writing him off not in the right way.
I just feel like
Oh.
the writing has been dwindling. It has literally been dwindling, and it's not as hot as a lot of people used to think it was like back in the day. Like in 2025, there was actually some pretty good writing.
Oh yeah,
2024, there was some good creative, but now it's just like it
But
doesn't feel monumental. Like this is what I've always said when it comes to Mania. And Katie, you could agree with me on this because you've heard me say this before.
yeah.
There's going to be moments where the build going into Mania is just gonna suck ass, but once that bell rings, the matches are just gonna be off the charts.
I hope so.
And it's always been like that, you know. It's always been like reverse psychology. Build sucks, match is great. Build is awesome, match just sucks ass. You know, it's a domino effect that this company just likes to have.
yeah,
And
but it's also with AEW too. But you can't. You gotta give us a little bit of both. A little bit. Not you can't have like a little bit of like a good build, like a little bit of like a decent build to the match, and then the match is like a fuck like the match is off the charts. Give us something to fucking hang on. Give us like like what is Roman and Punk giving us?
they're just at this point, like I don't even know. And I'm
Right.
sitting here watching this every Monday, and I tell myself, what are you doing that is literally going to put asses in seats? What are you doing that's going to make people pay $30 for an ESPN app to watch the show? What are you doing that's making people pay tens of thousands of dollars to go to Allegiant Stadium to watch WrestleMania live and in
2 days in a
person?
row.
What are you doing? What are you really doing? Because last time I'm checking, tickets are still not sold out. They're charging
Hold on a
they're
year.
charging people 10 times their rent money, and it's like nobody wants to pay $20,000 for floor seats. Nobody. I understand if it was like $500, $600,
If it was
okay,
gold,
that's affordable. But now
But
it's just
see,
like
like,
it's the
but see,
inflation.
that's the thing though. Like, if you want to go to just buy the tickets, the seats are decently priced. I
wait.
actually looked on Ticketmaster today
But
or
where's the
yesterday.
money going into the feud though? Where's the money that's going into these storylines that they're trying to build for these two nights? Where is
You're
it?
right, right.
I feel like there's more focus on the women builds for the women's world title and the WWE title. But again, I don't watch SmackDown, but all I've been seeing and hearing from dirt sheets and media scrums, they're all like, "Oh, this is Rhea and Jade, bitch, 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 bitch." It's like that's your build. Give me something.
Jade
The way
Cargill sucks.
I
Yeah,
don't
she
care.
really
Everything
does
about
though.
her, everything about her sucks. She can't wrestle. She's like the women build. She's a women's Bill Goldberg.
But maybe that's what they like. I'm pretty sure that's not what she wants, but I'm pretty sure that's what
But
TKO is
she's
trying
not
to do.
going. But here's the thing: where's the work that you're fucking putting in? You're not going to the performance center to work on your shit. You're not. You're not doing that. You're not. You're like Rhea is gonna take her for a fucking dog walk. She's gonna dog walk her ass.
And and I think that's what they're planning on doing. Like I feel like Jade just kept getting that push because everyone saw her go from AEW to WWE. And then Naomi got pregnant. So what are you doing with that storyline? There's no Bianca, so obviously they're gonna push her.
But you could have put the title. You want to know what would have been interesting? Yes, it sucks, but you know what? I would have rather seen the title back on Charlotte than Bianca,
No,
than Jade, because
No,
I'd
I
rather see it on Asuka before. I'd rather see it with Asuka. I'd rather see anyone else but Charlotte.
okay,
like
I'm just saying a
all your
name.
fucking belts just cannot go back to Charlotte. Like, when I saw the match that she had with Tiffany Stratton, that right there told me that not all your belts need to
That
go to
match was
Charlotte,
clunky.
but it was still
That
really good for
was
what it was.
it was so clunky, but but
I
I
just
don't.
think I just think overall that, like, you know, there's more build going into the women's division than there is for the men. And like I said earlier, the only thing that's getting a whole lot of hype right now from the men's side is Obafemi versus Brock.
I'm actually a little excited for that.
I'm I'm 100% invested on this because this is probably going to be the first time that, like, oh, Brock Lesnar is going to put over a big boy.
No, he's not. No, no.
You don't we
I
don't
don't.
know that.
I don't, because there was reports saying that Lesnar is refusing to lose because this is Lesnar's last year, so he would rather lose to Gunther than lose to Oba.
I mean, if it's his last year, why not take the loss to Oba? I mean, he still has till the end of the year to actually continue with his wrestling career until it's done. You
TJ, stop
know,
talking your shit and jump in. You already have the access.
it's already like, it's that one option where it's just like, you know, Brock can put Oba over because everyone at this point right now is just like, oh, here we go. Brock is basically gonna pin another black wrestler, and everyone's gonna go ape shit and not gonna like what they see. Just do it. Just fucking do it. At least it'll make Obafemi look like a legitimate powerhouse because
But
they're not
see,
using Roy's fucking keys.
here's here you if you can make if let's just say for a minute that they're planning on um Oba losing, they could literally make him look strong. They can make him look strong.
It's not about making him look strong. It's really more about how the fans are going to react if Brock beats him. Brock has beaten guys like Kofi Kingston in under 10 seconds. He's beaten people like Big E, and everyone's looked at him as like, well, I mean, I'm not going to say the word, but everyone knows where I'm going with this. It's at that point where you're just like, can this actually fucking happen already? Like, can we just have Brock lose to this man? It's not going to hurt him in the long run because Brock
Yeah,
has done so many things. This is a man that ended the Undertaker's undefeated streak. I don't think it's going to hurt him to lose a WrestleMania to somebody like Obafemi. You need to make another powerhouse look strong and get him over. Like you said, this is Brock's last year, right? So why not seize this opportunity to focus on what could be 2026's next big thing going into the future?
yeah. Because you literally have this is this is your next guy. This is your next guy. I'm not gonna say the next Brock Lesnar because it's just stupid and like stupid bullshit, and I'm so sick of hearing people going, "This is gonna be the next guy for this." It's like, no, you need to build your guys. Like I don't understand the way these people think.
I
You
think that's the
have
problem.
yeah,
They don't want to think. They want to just do what they damn well please because at this point in time, the company is already like at its $1 billion mark that they just tell themselves, you know what? Why even bother being creative with, everything that we're going to be doing? At this point, just roll with it. Just roll with it and see what happens.
you want to I want to go back to when you were talking about WrestleMania 40 for a second. If
Okay.
you guys don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a difference between that with the storyline with Punk and the storyline that Roman had with Cody.
Okay.
The difference was you had Paul Heyman. He doesn't have Paul Heyman anymore because Paul Heyman is too involved with what's going on with Division, and he's doing that storyline, and he's doing Brock's storyline with and producing Rock's match with Obafemi. So it's
Yeah.
to me, you why are you not having that man write out Cody and Roman's like they're two separate feuds because he with WrestleMania 40 you he he was going for that title for his father. There was a storyline because I keep going back to this one moment in that match. And that one moment in that match was when the ref was counting the three and you had Michael Cole going finish the story at WrestleMania 41.
Yeah.
With WrestleMania, like you had you had 2 years in a row to where Punk and Roman, not Punk and Roman, Cody and Roman headlined WrestleMania. It was that storyline and that build was a year from WrestleMania 40 to WrestleMania 41. You fucking killed it with that. Heyman killed it. Why isn't Paul Heyman as fucking creative? Why?
I don't think he won. I think he like. I feel like he. I don't think he wants to because I feel like they probably like offered that shit to him thousands of times. They made him. Don't you remember when he was in charge of Monday Night Raw for a little bit? Over the last this was within the last 10 years, and they had that crazy ass segment where she went completely wild. Like you were seeing stuff off camera.
It was more of like um they put him in that position along with Eric Bischoff when it was like the fucking wild card nonsense.
Mm.
And it became along the lines of let's have Lana sleep with Bobby Lashley. And
Oh my God.
that will get ratings up. I'm like, dude, we're in 2018, 2019. Like, what the fuck? I don't know why you think that, like, you know, a white woman sleeping with a black wrestler is, such a grand idea when that was
That
done
was
in the
all
90s.
Vince.
No, 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 no. This was Paul's work. This was Paul's creativity. Vince just
Really? I didn't know that. My bad.
you gotta understand, during that time, like they even hired Eric Bischoff back so that he could be executive director of SmackDown. But he didn't want that role. He wanted to work with Fox and basically get, sponsorships and everything. And he pieced out. So now it was just Paul being executive director of Monday Night Raw and basically just getting Vince to okay some of the stuff that he wanted to do. And again, you're at that age where it's just like, you can't be doing this when you're, you know, 50 to 60 something years old. That's like going to a bunch of baseball managers that run a baseball team and it's like, here's this 21-year-old guy that's going to take us to the promised land because you guys are all washed up. He's going to take us to the World Series. He's going to take us to a championship. You guys have tried for 10 years and we have unsuccessfully achieved nothing. I believe in this young guy. So it's literally at that point where you just start to tell yourself that, like, again, you're at that age where it's just like back in the day, this would have been okay. Now it's not cool anymore because we've seen this type of shit before. It could be 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now. A lot of people are going to say, I saw that in 1997. Why are they bringing this back? Why is this coming back? Why is anything else even relevant anymore if they're just going to keep reverting back to the old days?
But and see, and that's the other problem that I'm going to say too is that like like everybody like they're trying to build like it's like oh like I heard a comparison I forgot with what feud, but they were like, "Yeah, this is like the feud like Rock and Austin." It's like, please don't ever say that. That was a feud that lasted 3 years, and that fucking killed it on TV. Like, but there was so many. The difference with the Attitude Era was that there was so many fucking avenues that they took,
Yep.
and they all somehow it would always like they would do their match, go apart, and then they were a tag team for a little bit. Like you were trying, like, literally what they were trying to do with Cody and Roman after 41 was exactly that. And I'm like, what the fuck are you trying to do?
Again, it was all just for like, just to put Cody in that position. It was literally just like because it was 39 and then it went to 40 because we all know what happened at 41 with them trying to turn Cena heel and then he beats Cody for the title.
Oh,
So
right.
it's
I'm
like
sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
no,
It
no,
was
God.
it's
40.
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Because look, they basically just did the whole thing that they do with like every other top star that's literally their poster boy. You get the main event, pay-per-views back to back to back, everything else. And then, it comes down to what are we going to do going forward? We can't have Cody be a babyface forever. We need to transition into something more unique, something more original. I don't know. How about have him go back to having black hair again and turning him heel? Like it's just it's one of those where you just tell yourself that like, yeah, we're getting sick of this, and this is becoming very delusional for the
but
fans.
that's but that's what I'm trying to say. Like, figure out a way for Cody to fuck Randy to
But they're not
turn him
gonna
heel at Mania.
But they're not going to do that because they have their poster boy. This is the guy that, again, like I said a couple weeks ago, everyone's gonna you know worship this man. They're gonna sing his theme entrance. They're gonna do the whoa. They're gonna buy his outfits. They're
They
gonna
would
buy his
cry.
toys. They're gonna do meet and greets with him. It, this is what he signed up for the next 10 years. And apparently, from what I'm hearing, is that his contract might be up soon.
No,
Maybe his original contract.
no. I think he's signing. He's signed a new one. This isn't
Okay.
gonna be. This is his last contract.
Okay. If this is his last
But
contract,
I wanna hit on what the match that you were talking about from last year. That
mhm,
build was fucking terrible. You
it
had
was.
and then the match sucked too. Like, the SummerSlam match was way better than the WrestleMania match that Cody and Cena had.
Yeah.
Like, you made John Cena's last year such shit.
Oh yeah, no, they did. They ruined John Cena's retirement for all.
Yeah, I was gone throughout all this, so I didn't really know what happened, but I saw clips and everything, and I'm just like,
You were glad
wow,
you were
they
you
really fucked that up.
you were good to not have seen it. Like
I mean, I saw the only thing that I saw that was just the Mania match because I wanted to see what all the fuss was about, and I saw it, and I'm just like, okay, so they did this. They did it so that everyone could shut the hell up about how Ric Flair has 16 world titles and they want to, shatter the record. They want Cena to have his 17th because he's out the door. But at the same time, it's like, at what cost? At what cost did you guys really need to do this? Because not only did you ruin his heel turn, you ruined the championship run. You had him wrestle against guys that obviously should have beaten him from the very beginning. And it's just like, oh, well, he's Triple H 2.0. It's now time to pull out the golden shovel and stunt the wrestler's growth. Fuck it, right? And then, this whole thing with our Truth making his return after they unceremoniously fired him. And it's like, I thought we were going to do something with that. But then they're like, oh, we can't do nothing about that because Truth is not a serious character. He's just a comedy wrestler. I mean, did anyone not remember Capital Punishment 2011 when he faced Cena? Like, that was the most ruthless that he ever gotten. And then they said, no, fuck it. And then they said, go bald.
And that's the thing, right? Like he literally he's been trying to go serious. They
Yeah,
didn't let
and
him.
creative won't let him.
Creative doesn't want to, and I think I agree with Road Dogg on this. Like they were really trying to vouch for him to actually become a heel character, and Truth could actually work well as a heel. The problem is that Triple H only sees him as that one guy that literally makes everyone else break character, and it's like we don't need that all
We
the
have
time.
Danhausen for that now.
Thank you. We have fucking Danhausen. We have, we already have the funny in Danhausen. Which, by the way, that motherfucker just makes me laugh every time I see him on TV.
Yeah.
It's probably like one of the only reasons why I actually stick around watching this horse shit. It's just, this is literally the money right here. It's literally the money, and Danhausen is it. What I'm hoping won't happen is him and I Show Speed at WrestleMania because I'm already hearing that they already have a match set up for Jelly Roll
Oh
going into WrestleMania.
God.
Isn't he going against the Miz or something?
I from the looks of it, it could be whoever. I think from what I'm seeing, and this is just hypothetical, this could be theoretical. You guys can call me crazy on this. It could be a tag match. It could just be Jelly Roll and Danhausen teaming up to take on I Show Speed and the Miz at WrestleMania.
That would be hilarious.
I mean, it would, but again, at what cost? Like, I don't think people are ready to see Jelly Roll get in the ring. No disrespect to him. Like, I get it. You're a wrestling fan,
Again.
but it's just like, why can't we just further ourselves away
But
from
even with that,
outsiders getting in the ring?
But you know who else should stay the fuck out of the WWE for bringing that up? Tom fucking Brady. He needs to shut his motherfucking mouth.
Hey, you leave football Jesus alone.
Football Jesus needs to put a sock in it before he gets jumped by the entire locker room.
oh no. Have you not been seeing like the fucking shit on Instagram and Facebook?
Apparently
They've been
said like something up with Logan and Tom Brady. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, I saw
And
that
I
clip.
called this. I called this
I'm like,
when we
what the
first
hell?
started.
see, but here's the problem. You need to contain fucking Logan Paul. If you're not gonna contain him, he should not be in the WWE because the way he's fucking he's represent you. The thing that these fucking retards in the office at Titan Towers, they're not watching what their guys are doing. Logan, you need to contain Logan. You need to bring him in a little bit. You need to not get him so passionate. Like he should not be so passionate about it. He shouldn't.
But then now let me ask you a question. You think Logan is too much into the kayfabe and keeping the character, or do you feel like this is just actually him?
I feel it's just actually him.
I say the same thing. I feel like this is still him from YouTube, just doing what he can to just like get over not only by the wrestling fans, but still his YouTube viewerships. It's just him being him. I can't really see him as like being a character because this is what's really making him all this money, you know. And don't get me wrong, it works because we need someone to boo every now and then. We will never, ever, ever tell ourselves that Logan Paul is going to be a babyface in the WWE. I don't think
And
so.
never.
What he needs to do is stop taking other opportunities that we know is going to affect him in the long run. Like I heard he was trying to get into some boxing match,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Don't do it because you're gonna get fucking hurt." And it's like, "Yeah, dude, don't fucking do it because what if they have something planned for you for WrestleMania, and you're just like, I want to go do this boxing thing." Like, I like, dude, no. Like, do you not remember what happened to your brother? Your brother suffered a broken jaw.
But his brother is also crap.
Yeah, he went out like a bitch. So it's just like, why put yourself at
The
risk?
Paul brothers, both of them suck. I mean, like, here's the thing: you're not giving. Like, to me, You brought in Logan Paul. People legit hate Logan Paul. You made Austin Theory a heel. He's getting that heel heat. He's not getting that heat of like you're fucking annoying and we hate you. He's getting the heat. He's getting the heat of like
Go away.
yeah, like we're booing you because. Well, I'm talking about Austin Theory.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's getting
Oh
the
yeah,
go away X Pac heat. It's been like that since the feud with Cena.
yeah. But I mean but with Logan, it's like we don't give a fuck if he's playing a character or not. I don't give a fuck if he's playing a character or not. With that flag football game, that was so unprofessional. And then so I want. It's like I really wonder who told him to put out a fucking public apology.
A crappy PR.
I guarantee you, it was somebody. It was somebody in WWE going, "Hey,
It was Triple H. It was
I
definitely
was."
Triple H. If it wasn't him, it was
You
probably
took the
Nick
words
Khan.
right out of my mouth.
It
You
was probably
literally
one
took
of
the
those two.
words. Yeah, you literally took the words right out of my mouth.
Hmm.
Like, hey, Logan, you can't be doing this stuff. Like, you can't be, like, you can't be. You know what, Triple H? Fuck you and fuck Logan Paul.
Rein him in. That's exactly what you said. Rein his ass in.
A lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, he's great." It's like, what? Okay, big deal. He fucking did a little flippity flip off of a fucking turnbuckle on the Roman Reigns onto a table in Saudi Arabia. What did you? I don't care. That's all the guy knows how to do.
Yeah.
The-
No, so TJ said if it was anyone as Nick Khan, that does make sense because if you trying to pull a
yeah.
PR move, that sounds like something Nick Khan would say.
I bet that was him. That he was literally on the phone with when he was on like one of those podcasts talking about don't do the fight. Like you're moronic if you think you're gonna do that.
he, yeah, he thought that like Nick Khan was like joking with him. He was like, "No," and it's like, dude, no. Like we want like you gotta not you can't fight. You can't be in the WWE and then box. It's like you can't do that.
In other news, apparently Ricochet still has his job.
Fuck
Okay, yeah,
him.
you guys need to educate me on this because I saw the death threats, but that's the only thing I was seeing over the last week.
Okay, so what happened was this was after Revolution. Apparently, wrestlers don't know how to handle criticism like many others. So a fan wrote on Twitter or X, whatever the fuck people still call it. I call it the
The
corn
Murdoch.
site. No, I call it the corn site.
Mm.
It's absolutely pathetic now that that's literally how low Twitter/X has gone. It's the corn site. So someone basically wrote on their profile, Ricochet still has not improved on his acting, which is a valid point. It makes total sense. He cannot act. He has no expressions. He does not know how to sell when it comes to that. And literally, Ricochet went out of his dumbass way to basically say, I'm glad that you're, suffering from MS. And everybody went on a fucking tirade. Now, this is the thing that I'm going to say right now.
Okay.
Do not, do not go out of your way to threaten this man's wife. Do not send death threats. Do not be like, we're gonna dox you. We're gonna find out where you live, and we're gonna gut you wide open, and we're gonna make you watch as we gut your husband. No, don't do that.
It's
Because
wrestling. It's not
now,
that serious.
because guess what? You're making Ricochet look good when in reality he should be looking terrible for what he said to this one person in particular. You guys should not be replying to death threats. Like this is not a snuff film. Okay, stop making it seem like you guys are gonna do what you say you're gonna do because you all sound like pussies when someone finally gets at you for what you're doing. You're not gonna do that, so I don't think there's really any point of you actually writing this stuff. You guys should literally be banned. At the end of the day, look, honestly, if it was me, I'd fire him. I would dead fire him,
He
or
Oh
at
should
least
have
yeah, of
been
put him,
course.
fired.
If
or at least put him in sensitivity training. You want to put Sammy Guevara in sensitivity training years ago about how a video of him came out saying, "Oh, I would grape Sasha Banks," and you put him in sensitivity training. You put Excalibur in sensitivity training because of a event that took place in PWG where he said the words "beaner" and the N word. You know, you could put Ricochet through sensitivity training for that type of stuff, but it's also at the same time where it's like you should be fired because you can't handle criticism from the fans. You should have just left it alone.
Yeah.
And just
See, and here's my problem. To me, Meltzer, Dave Meltzer, and the other like little fucking retard that he had on his like podcast, they were like, "Oh, well, no, this was just him in character." Why are you? Do you know why they're defending this shit? Because Tony Khan has him in his little pocket. He has a lot of the wrestling media in his pocket to where so even with Sean Ross Sapp from Fightful, Sean
so then
Ross
why,
Sapp, he's got everybody, he's got the wrestling media in his pocket because he pays them too.
so then why isn't MJF under hot water for the amount of crap that he says?
yeah, because MJF be talking worse than a sailor sometimes.
You want to know why?
Money,
Because he's in
Because
character.
okay, white.
exactly.
He's always in character. You know that, like we all know that for a fact. When you do meet and greets with him, he's always in character. When you see him write, foul, fucked up shit on Twitter, that's him in character. Okay, he's not going out of his way to threaten someone with some sort of disease or
Yeah,
condition. Ricochet did
exactly.
that because he's an idiot. And again, like TJ said, he was giving himself so much shit in the WWE too. The fans were giving him shit as well. It's like, dude, when are you going to understand that doesn't matter where you go, you
You're
were
always gonna
bland and
have the
boring.
people that hate you.
Yeah, you're always gonna have those people that hate you because guess what? You're bland, you're bald, and you're fucking boring.
Fuck
you
Trevor
don't
Mann.
really you don't really bring a lot to the table when you got like 50 other wrestlers at AEW that do exactly the same shit you do but better.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
You know what the only thing compared to
Hundred
you and all
percent.
those other wrestlers? You have a hot wife with a hot ass. That's it. You don't really need to continue your wrestling career. Go be a married man. Go live your life. Because let me tell you right now, you're in a business where people are going to criticize you no matter what. You are always going to be criticized. Everybody
It's,
gets criticized. You know what the biggest difference is? Everyone leaves it alone. Everyone moves forward. You had to go out of your way and make yourself look like a complete fucking idiot and say, I'm glad you're suffering from MS. Like, why would you literally tell someone that they're suffering from multiple sclerosis or
I really
cirrhosis,
think
whatever the
there's
hell it is?
something just not right with him there. I really feel like there's just something not right with him. And that's why I've been saying to CJ since what SmackDown on SmackDown, fuck Trevor Man and everything about him.
Again, like he could be doing so much more than going on Twitter shitting on wrestling fans that are criticizing him for what he is. It's not because you're egotistical. It's not because you're the best or anything. You're just a jerk. You're just simply a fucking jerk, and you
yeah,
have
a couple years ago, I met him at a signing in the city at Caroline's, and I stuck around with a friend of mine because a friend of mine was shooting it, and
mhm,
he was and I went out to him. I'm like, dude, I asked him something about Drew because that was when they were kind of putting him in matches with Drew McIntyre, And
Yeah.
and he was like, and he was like, how do you think those? Yeah, like your answer, like you're so shitty.
And
Like
that's the thing too. Like, sorry, go ahead.
no, like I mean, it's like, dude, like yeah, I know probably being in the match with Drew McIntyre is painful because the guy is stiff, but like you don't need to answer a fan like a jackass.
And
Like
that's another thing too. Like WWE didn't ruin your career. You ruined your career. Okay,
yeah,
it's not the company's fault that they had nothing for you. It's just
You didn't perform to their expectations.
yeah, you just didn't live up to the
you were
hype.
probably he probably said he was like, oh yeah, I'm not doing that storyline. That storyline's stupid.
Well, that's
Well,
on
that's
him.
probably why.
I mean, in the end of the day, the wrestling business is a business, right? And in the end of the day, we're all technically employees. We're all a number in the whatever. We're a cog in the wheel, whatever. You know,
Yes.
we're as quick as we have that momentum. It's as quick as we can lose it, and he barely got momentum as it was in the WWE. And no matter what they tried to do with him, he just wasn't it. And
No.
if he can't accept that now, being on another promotion where it's still showing you're not it, hang it up.
But you know what though too? It's like on the other end of it, when it comes with the fans, it's like these people have no fucking lives. It really they don't. Like you don't need to send death threats to cement him and Samantha. Like
But that's
no
the thing, though.
reasoning.
This is after he wrote about the MS shit. Like you know what just could have been easier? Don't reply to the fact that someone says your acting has not improved. You should have just never replied in the first place because
Yeah, I 100% agree.
that's where the rabbit hole started to literally dwindle down for him. It's literally just like he buried himself on that
Oh
Twitter
yeah.
comment. And there
Oh
was
yeah.
no way, absolutely no way in hell that you should have just said, okay, if I say this, I'm going to get away with it because I'm a big star. I make $1 million within a year. No, man. No. These are wrestling fans. They're going to shit on you until even an apology is not going to save you because guess what? You have been vilified and hated on the count of you went out of your way to say this when you never should have said it to begin with.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like it goes back to that. Oh my god, who is the guy from
But it also doesn't
uh
help that Ricochet is also pussy for issuing the apology and then deleting the tweet.
That's his fucking problem. Because now, guess what? Again, we're back to the death threats with your wife getting them. She had to basically remove herself from Twitter. She's made her page private. She doesn't want to deal with any of this shit. And it's like, if I was Samantha, I'd just be like, babe, you're a fucking idiot for posting that shit. Because now I'm getting death threats because of your dumbass. I should
but
have
here
you go sleep on the fucking couch.
Yeah,
but here's the other part of that. Where the fuck was she when when he first wrote the comment? Why didn't she say to him, "Hey, babe, you can't be like, you know, you can't." Because there's things that I want to say and do, and I talked to Sarah about it. So I was like, "Hey, that wouldn't be a good idea." Or if I
Well,
say something stupid, like she'll tell me, like, "You shouldn't have said that. That was kind of dumb." Like,
well, what more can you say? She's not there with him at the show, so it's more than likely like she's just doing something else. My battery's about to die, so I'm gonna say this real quick before I get out of here. Do
yeah, we're
not
gonna
buy
close it on that
2K20. Do not buy 2K26. It is an absolute horseshit of a cash grab. All they're doing is stealing your money and stealing your money and stealing your money. They want you to pay for all this extra shit that you don't really need to be affording. What happened to the days where you actually used to play the game to unlock characters instead of having to go through a paywall to actually get these characters? It's getting absolutely absurd with these video games nowadays to the point where it's just like Maybe I should have told Twin that I'm not buying this game because if it's gonna be the way it is going forward with all these microtransactions and these cash grab video games, then I might as well just go grab me a PS1 and go play me some Metal Gear Solid. I'd rather play SmackDown 1 and 2 on the PlayStation because at least I'll get to unlock wrestlers by actually playing the game instead of paying for shit.
Yeah,
Ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't
yeah,
think that anyone should be spending all their money on video games because like I think we narrowed it down to how much in total you're going to be spending overall by these ringside passes. It's like almost $2,000.
yeah. But
It's
you
like
want to know
movie
what?
tickets.
But you want to know what's funny though?
What?
Triple H and 2K, they know that these people who have no fucking lives are gonna play the game and spend their money. Triple H knows that, and so does 2K. So they don't care. They don't care about the people that just want to play it. Because because you know what? Why like this? Like the gameplay is the same, and career mode is the same shit as a year prior. Where's the difference?
I only buy the game for one thing, and that's just GM mode. I don't play it. I just simulate shit.
Yeah.
Check out our simulation at youtube.com/Ramblemania show.
All of our best tiebreakers are on that channel.
No,
But
I'm
on
talking about
that
the GM mode that me and TJ did. But yeah, all of our championship simulations as well.
but we're gonna end it on that note because Hazel's battery is gonna die. It's also 10 o'clock. We gotta find out if as they say it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? On that note, where can they find you guys?
Uh, yeah, youtube.com/Ramblemania show. Check out all the live streams that are up on our channel right now. Facebook at Ramblemania show, Instagram at Ramblemania show. Also, Banter Club podcast as well. Oh, I think this shit just died on me. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. I have to use the camera for this one because god damn it. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes, we
Yep.
can.
Okay, good. All right. So, yeah, just you guys see. Well, we don't up there anymore, but come Tuesday, come weekly, we'll be back pretty soon. Once I get into the swing of things, it will be exclusively on Twitch, and yeah. The next time you see me, we'll probably be back on the Gorilla Podcast, and we'll be back in time for WrestleMania.
Gang. Mr. Anthony, where can they find you?
On Instagram, my handle is Anthony Loves Wrestling. Facebook, just Anthony Corso. Check out my one band, both bands that I'm in. Handful of Days and Denver Sir. We're getting ready to release Denver Sir. We're getting ready to release our first full length soon. And yeah, keep an eye out for that.
All right. This was dope. Gorilla Talk Podcast. Follow us everywhere at Gorilla Talk Podcast. RawZoneNYC.com. As for myself, at IamIvy.xo. From myself, the I Zombies, and Mr. Anthony Loves Wrestling. We bid y'all a two sweet and a good fight and a
And
good and a buena noches.
yes, indeed.
Good night, guys.
Night.